In the last decade, greenhouses were developed that not only consume energy, but actually produce it. The perspectives are boundless. This is the story of a greenhouse that not only functions intelligently, but also achieves spectacular results. The principle and the potential of the closed greenhouse of InnoGrow is gaining recognition. At a first glance, the greenhouse managed by Ferdy van Elsvik looks just like an ordinary greenhouse. In it, you can see long rows of tomato plants, which are watered through drip feed hoses and provided with all the necessary nutrients. The temperature is a pleasant 25 degrees centigrade, and you can feel a light current of air. These are a particularly tasty variety of tomatoes known as Amoroso. In our greenhouse, the plants produce a yield that is between 15 and 20% higher than elsewhere, and they can be eaten just like that. But Ferdy van Elsvik is not just enthusiastic about the tomatoes. His new greenhouse is going to revolutionize cultivation under glass. Instead of consuming large quantities of electricity and gas, his system uses the sun to generate energy. In conventional greenhouses, the windows need to be kept open in summer, otherwise it becomes too hot. But things are different in Prominent's closed greenhouse. Ferdy extracts the summer season heat from the fully closed greenhouse and channels it through a number of pumps into the subsoil. Here behind us, we have just created a new aquifer. This contains natural reserves of groundwater to a depth of 100 meters, and in practice, these are going to stay put. We use 80-centimeter pipes to pump water that has been heated by the sun during the summer season into these layers of sand. And it can stay there for months, even years, without any perceptible cooling. When winter comes, the heated groundwater can then be pumped to the surface, where it emerges at temperatures of up to 18 degrees centigrade. The temperature is then increased by a heat pump to a level of 50 to 55 degrees centigrade. This allows the entire greenhouse to be heated during the winter season easily. During the heating process, the groundwater cools and is then pumped into a second underground cold well, located at a distance of 400 meters. In the summer season, this water can be used to cool the greenhouse. The system produces so much energy that it can also heat another adjacent conventional greenhouse. Overall, Ferdy van Elsvik now uses 25 to 30% less energy to grow his tomatoes, and this includes the electricity needed to operate his heating pumps and the technical equipment. You have to be able to export the heat that has been generated, but it does not necessarily have to be sent to a conventional greenhouse like this one. You could also use this heat to heat a residential complex, and in fact, we're already planning to do this. This means that we shall be able to earn some money from it. But it is not just because of the energy savings that the closed greenhouse is interesting. As there is hardly any exchange with the outside air, the grower has complete control of the atmosphere inside the greenhouse through his computer and can enrich it with carbon dioxide to a level of 3 times the normal CO2 content of the outside air. The carbon dioxide is pumped in through the hoses and acts as a fertilizer, helping the plants to grow. As a result, the yield is 15 to 25% higher than that of a conventional greenhouse. And as the incoming outside air has to pass through a filter, it is more difficult for insects and germs to attack the plants. In this way, Ferdy van Elsvik can save up to 80% on the costs of his protection agents. The use of natural predators is generally sufficient. He uses Ichneumon wasps to eliminate pests such as the whitefly, the tomato grower's greatest enemy. For a grower, the additional cost of setting up a closed greenhouse with a size of 1 hectare is around 1 million euros. Nonetheless, this is a worthwhile investment. At present, this investment could be recovered within a period of 4 to 5 years because of the present system of incentives. In the future, we would have to reckon on 10 to 15 years, which is the depreciation period today for a conventional greenhouse. It is not only Ferdy van Elsvik who is excited about InnoGrow's closed greenhouse. By the year 2020, all newly constructed greenhouses consume less energy than they produce. Under ideal conditions, this would represent a total saving of more than 4 billion kilowatt hours annually. which in turn is equivalent to the amount of energy consumed by 1 million homes.